and I'm your host. And today I have with me on the panel Akinzo, Miski, Johnny, Jasmine, and Lola. And today we are going to be discussing whether second chances are a hindrance or a benefit to relationships. In other words, would you take your ex back? Now, who wants to lead on this one?
Right.
Who would take their ex back?
I mean, that's the end of the discussion.
I'll tell you what, I read somewhere, that God sends your ex back to you for a second time to see if you're still stupid. So,
I've seen that as well.
I would have thought at the fourth side.
you're definitely stupid.
I think, realistically speaking, jokes aside, I think it does happen. A lot of people do go back to their exes. I've done it. Because you think it's safer grounds, it's better the devil you know, etc. People do it. But whether or not it's a hindrance in that particular relationship, I don't know. I mean, looking back on what I've been through, I would say is because whatever caused you guys to split in the first place is always lingering in the background. So I would probably say taking an ex back could work, but it depends on what the breakup was about, the initial breakup.
It depends who is the ex as well, or who got the dump it. Okay, so I mean, in the past, yes, I have done it. Now, would I do it? Definitely no, especially the last one. God no. There's also a reason. I've also been on the receiving end as well, where I was the ex. I wanted the person back, and the person was like, "No." I was like, "Damn, I've shown too much miskin to this guy. He's dead for his life away from me." But on a serious note, I feel like at the end of the day, you're right. The reason why you break up needs to be addressed. If it is a case of, oh, he was cheating, and you're like, oh, I've changed now, and people can't change. I'm just saying, I've never experienced that, but people can't change. If it's a case of, okay, maybe he was not financially stable and now he is, and he's looking long term different. If it is that he's now mature, that he's in a state where he can go forward to the future together, or you're more aligned, then that is fine. Somebody once said to me, oh, you're a lot more mature now than the girl that used to do. I was like, yes, I have to be. You know, it's been so many years ago, and this may be an ex or something. So I feel like it's very important to understand, why was that person an ex? What the reason was, has that reason now been addressed? What will be different this time? I.e., if we get back together, why are we coming back together this time around? Do you get? Listen, at the end of the day, we're all human. Things happen, and at the end of the day, if it is God's will that is meant to be, it will be, no matter how we try to run away from it. But if you are just like, you're not addressing the problem, you're just covering it, or you're redressing it to be, appealing to that ex, then you're going to go back to the same thing again.
Yeah, I think it just depends on, most importantly, why you broke up. I do believe people can grow emotionally and mentally. And some people do change, and they address and take accountability for why the breakup occurred in the first place, and they maybe in hindsight would have done things differently. But I think it just depends on how mentally mature enough that person has grown, because you could essentially just be going back to the same thing, and if they've not changed their ways or how they are, then what are you really going back to? Because if you're going to still be complaining about the original issues. So if you both can come to a sort of joint consensus and you both agree with the expectations of what you both want in the relationship, and things are very clear and defined, then I think it can work. I'm not saying it can't work, but I just feel things need to be much clearer, and you need to be able to see in time whether that person's just all talk or whether they genuinely change. Because a lot of people can do a lot of talking to get you back, and then when you're back with them,
I've been a victim of that, and I say victim, emphasis on the word victim, where I kept going back to the same person over and over again, and I had to just have that wake up call and say, you know what, enough is enough. Listen, you are not even of any use to me no more. I don't even think I want to be of any use to you at this point. And the thing is, people always say this, and it's an old tale, but it's so true. People will see everything wrong in your relationship, but until you see it, trust me, you will not know the difference. You will keep going back to the same thing over and over again. In fact, the guy don't even need to try. He just needs to pick up the call and be like, hey, Miss K, hello, where are you at? I'm coming. Do you know, it can't get to that point. But the thing is, I mean, when it comes to an ex and all of that messy reason, people always say they are an ex for a reason. They're an example of what you should avoid. they're an experience to not be repeated.
In my case, I didn't want to avoid him or break up the relationship. I just felt like at the time the relationship wasn't healthy enough for me to move forward. Like he was seeing me as, she's my wife, he bought a ring, everything, and I was just like, we're not there yet. But he just couldn't see where we were. Do you know what I mean? So I was the only person that was seeing that, look, we need to like work up to this stage in order to get there together. And because, I had rejected that, he then saw me as, you're like the other girls, whatever. And I'm like, this is the problem in relationships. When there's no true foundation in the beginning, there will be so many issues. Do you know what I mean? So that's why like understanding in relationships is very important. But then on the flip side as well, some people do like to take the exes back, because a relationship guru, Oloni, stated that there was something called Okafor's Law. Yeah, I came across that. Yeah. So I have never partaken in Okafor's Law.
It's happened to me.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think any of my exes were good enough for me to practice that. But
What is that, sorry?
Okafor's Law is just basically, let's just say you would take an ex back because you don't want your body count to go up.
Yeah.
Right.
Or he can
I don't
just
even
count
believe in body
anytime.
count.
I believe in body count.
It doesn't matter.
I think essentially
People
what
don't have
is
to know anything. You don't tell people more than what they need to know. So
you
I know, but I don't even keep count. So why do I need it for?
So when you're getting to know each
For
other,
girls it's different though, innit?
For women,
girls.
it's
so
for
when you're
girls,
getting
it's
to know each other, you're like, oh yeah, I've just.
I think
Don't worry, let's just no. I need to dissect you. I need to know who you've been with, where you've been, what kind of things you've done. If you're the right man, I need to know.
Yeah, but if you think
That's not necessary,
then
man.
that man's not going to tell you.
No.
No,
he
you
will
need
lie
to
about
tell
it.
me because you're hiding. I'm a transparent person. If I'm going to be in a relationship with you, I need to know everything that you've done.
Alright,
so that I will know that if
including
we're
his body
compatible.
count.
Alright, so I'll tell you, I slept with 100
Hold on, John.
girls.
Including his body count.
I want to know.
Okay.
I want to know whether I'm marrying a jackrabbit or I'm marrying a saint.
Yeah.
But
But you
But
won't
you
get the
does it,
answer.
what you
won't get the
find, would you
answer.
make any different in what you think of that person? Because let's not forget, there's a past for a reason. Somebody might be in the past, slept with the whole country, and now they're ready to be with one person. But you can't say because I've been everywhere, all of a sudden, I'm not good enough for where I am right now. Everybody's got a past.
Of course,
do you get?
yeah.
So I feel like, is it. I mean, I don't think any guy, or I don't know of any guy who will be so transparent and tell you A to Z. This is what
Exactly.
Let's be honest right now.
Who is
Keep a
even
list.
counting? Who's counting? Who's
Everyone
counting?
understand.
I'm not
Trust
even
me.
gonna say anything.
Everything's there, so I'm 100%.
Can we see this list?
Even when you want someone that's experienced, they have to be with someone. So
I think with men.
I mean, except you want to be with a virgin, I don't know. But
I think with men,
got a
I think with men it's different, and obviously you have the religious aspect as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So you just have to go with someone, but even the religious ones can lie. We know that. I mean, they're probably the worst in some cases. So, but we have the religious aspect, which is obviously that's where the conviction is.
Yeah.
But I don't really think you're gonna find a man that's really gonna say, yeah, I slept with 50 girls, or in my lifetime, or 100 girls. God knows however many. I don't know which one's high or
obviously
low.
you know that guys like to experiment more than women.
Of course, yeah.
So I'm not going to expect you to say, I don't sleep with BC, I slept with Tolu, I don't need to know that. Just give me a
Number.
a figure, so I know what I'm working with.
What if
So I'm like,
I'm
if I'm not.
So what if he says 3? Is that enough, or even 1?
Nah,
She
she'll love
said,
Experience.
if I say free, that means I'm still in
If he's telling the truth, he's
2007.
telling the truth. I can't really get at him for being honest, you know what I mean? But if he's free, I would be happy.
Taking your exes back, can it be healthy for a relationship? I know we've looked at the reasons. It depends on the reason why you broke up in the first place.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, because if the reason, if the reason was just like a small thing that, we should give ourselves some time, then yeah, I will take it back. But based on the fact that I would need to know what he had been doing in
that
those
phase.
years.
Yeah.
Say for example he cheated on you.
Bye-bye.
Everybody have their
I don't
own
think
deal breaker.
people should break up because of cheating. I mean,
No.
it depends.
But that's the thing though. If a woman, sorry, Akin, if a woman cheats on the guy be like, oh, she's a slut, she's a this, she's a that. But if a girl cheats on a guy, oh, no.
A guy cheats on a girl.
Yeah.
No, if a girl cheats on a guy, the guy will be like, no. But if the guy cheats on a girl, the guy will expect the girl to be, you know, forgiving,
Yeah.
accepting, understanding.
Of course.
Bro, no.
It should be.
And there's some men like
That's the
that.
standard.
Listen,
Yes,
yeah.
that's it.
For us guys, yeah, like if you really want to know how much we love someone, yeah, we can only
Cheat
tell
on
by
them.
cheating on them.
Yeah?
Yeah, and once I cheat on you,
I don't know about that one. After that, in all my relationships, I never had anything like cheating.
I tell you what,
It's just
I just want to see
communication
a little bit of
problems
face
and
in it. I'm
personality.
joking.
But so how many of you guys, I mean, we know about the Kardashian, I mean, I don't follow it religiously, but it's been in your face everywhere. Chloe has taken Tristan back.
Well, after this, or?
I'm not sure
No,
about
I
after
think
this.
she's done.
Is she done now?
I think
But
she's done. I
she's
think she was done anyway.
Yeah, she's taken me back so many times. I mean, is it possible to take a cheating man back and for that relationship to work?
Listen,
Yeah,
there's
well,
one
maybe I
reason
changed.
that kind of situation works. Okay, people say this all the time. When you are what is it? Is it digmatized or something?
Yeah.
Sorry to use that word. When you have been digmatized, no matter what the guy
You're gonna beat
does,
that, yeah?
beep it, do whatever. But when that man has manipulated you to the point of no return, my sister, you are a lost case. No matter how many pastors, how many people pray for you.
I don't care.
Listen,
It's
some
more
people.
than that. I'm sorry.
I'm not saying that's the reason. I'm just saying it might be bad
For
of
some
it.
people, it's
For
like
some
that.
people,
Yeah.
how good is it that you're going back?
But it's just like
So-
it's just like
It's
like
hearing you.
there's so many people in abusive relationships and they're there for
Yeah.
7-8 years.
I
I
don't
posted something on
understand
Snapchat where some girl did a
Yeah.
prank on YouTube
Oh God.
saying she she was breaking up with a boyfriend
Yeah.
and it started punching her.
Jesus.
And then the girl made a live video saying we're together, that's where we show love. Posted pictures on Instagram saying, oh, at the end of the day I still love him.
No, that's
And these people look young, so that's how you grow into a relationship like that and get used to it.
Damage, yeah.
And I think it depends on what factors
know.
are involved as well, because some people, because they've got children together,
Yeah.
they've got that sort of connection, and I know a lot of people around me, they've taken the child's father back because of the child purposes. So I think it also depends on the factors on who's involved
That's true.
as well. That could be quite a big.
And a lot of people have died as well, you know, because they didn't get along time, you know.
We go straight into
Yeah,
abusive
no.
relationship right now.
Yeah, I mean, but it's part of the reason. That's why people. I've had an ex that suffered from domestic violence. I didn't even get to know until some of her friends, and every time she's always shouting, screaming. I left the house. We used to live together. She was working in Belmont. She lives quite far in Norwich. So she's staying at mine, and I just said we have to take a break because I can't be uncomfortable in my own place. You know, like I would just walk up the house, come back in the evening around 11 or 12. And then she said, oh, she's sorry, she apologized, we got to bed. And sometimes she's moody, she comes from work, and I say something, she'll be like, oh, I don't want to talk to anyone, today was bad. The next day, I don't say anything, she'll be like, oh, can't you ask me about work? And I'm thinking, like, what exactly?
Confused.com.
You know, unnecessary being loud, and I'm
Because she
thinking,
has all that baggage that she hasn't really let
Yeah,
go of, do you know what I
and-
mean?
yeah.
And then because like, sorry to say, but because you're like Mr. Nice Guy, so she's kind of like finding it hard to believe that a guy like you exists.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So instead of her to open up and be like, oh, Akin, this is how I'm feeling, she would retaliate as like aggression. Do you know what I mean? Like she would explode for no reason, and then you'd be like, what's going on?
after the break, everything ended, and that was it. So.
I think it's important that as individual, religious aside, everything aside, it's important that we are whole. I personally, for the past 4 years or so, I've actually taken time out to work on myself. And when I say work on myself, God knows how deep I had to go, relationship-wise especially, to be at the stage where I'm at now. And I can confidently say that at this stage now, I don't want to be single anymore, because people always say, I want to enjoy my single, but I've done that. And I'm glad I did. No, honestly, because it took me, it was
Ready for a man,
intentionally, yes, I am ready. Like, whatever you have, brother, I come to mama. It took me, I'm not talking about you, man. No, what I'm saying that I intentionally had to heal myself. I intentionally had to work on myself, because the thing is, when you're going into a relationship, you're not whole, you're broken. You're only a broken person is not going to be healed with another broken person.
Of course.
You're going to break even further.
Yeah.
So again, with taking exes back as well. If it's something that was broken in him before, that is not, we need to check if he's healed now. If he is healed and you're also healed, there's no reason why you can't come together. But if he's still broken, and you might also be broken from the time apart as well, you need to examine it and check, okay, are we actually ready for each other now?
Exactly.
I mean, there was this one thing that happened, and this is what I'm talking about now, is like literally a week. I met this guy like that. I think it was nice. I was like, okay, cool, this guy likes to talk, me I like to talk. I can talk for eternity on the phone, like hours I can talk. And then this person likes to talk. I was like, okay, cool, we'll get along because I like talking. But all of a sudden, I started to notice that these guys start becoming like, if I'm somewhere, like I remember one incident, I said I was in my sister's place. Let me see your sister. I was like, literally, I got to my sister's place and I just said, I'm here now. Within 4 minutes, I've had like 5 missed calls from this place, and they're all video calls. And it just happened that there was no signal, and I believe that God really wanted me to see that moment, because every time I'd be going to my sister's place, I always have signal. But on this particular day, I had no signal, and like 5 missed calls in 3 minutes. I was like, listen, what is going on? I wasn't even dating him. I was just talking to him. Like within the space of a week.
That's a red
Wow,
flag.
red
Exactly.
That's a red flag. We always ignore red flags, don't we?
I think like,
Sometimes they can be too late.
they not be too late
The
for
red
us.
flags can be too late.
That sounds
There's some people say that they just ignore it.
Ignore
a
it,
lot of
that's
people.
true.
I'm telling you.
No.
They just try to overlook it.
And then it's worse when you see red flags,
Oh my God.
and then the other person, other party manipulates it.
Yeah,
To make it seem
Like
like you're
your
just
weak point.
insecure, you're just
Yeah.
paranoid,
Yeah.
you're this,
Yeah.
you're that, when really all this time you were right. And then
Yeah.
like when you look back, I'm like, wow, manipulation is real.
Yeah.
Us guys
Because
are-
like the guys are so good at flipping the script and making you
The
seem
girls
like
are
you're
good.
insecure and you haven't got any confidence.
are
But
good.
really you are picking up on all these things, but because men are so good at this manipulation tactic, you as a woman then start to think, oh, maybe I am a bit paro, maybe I am.
With the the second chances and all of that, I think with the guys, if it's a guy or the girl, if they're coming back to you, like if they left and now they're coming back, always ask the question, why?
Mm.
People never ask the question,
Yeah.
why?
No.
I'm not saying you can't come back. I'm just saying, why do you want to come back? Why now? Why this time? Why are you so strong? They might have said that something big's about to happen in your life and they want to be part of that benefit. I'm telling you, some people that I remember there was one time like that, this particular ex, that God will bless him wherever he is. This person there, I was about to graduate from uni when he came back. So for me, I was like, okay, perfect timing. Because it wasn't. It was still the same old things anyway. It's always good to ask that question, why are you coming back? Because they might not even know why they're coming back. Listen, the thing is, if they genuinely love you, and love is important, they need to love you for you, not for any reason.
Yeah.
Do you get? So, and I also get it as well. Sometimes I'll be with you, like they say, you don't know you have a good thing until you lose it. So they might have to lose you to actually appreciate you. So that's why I say that not all second chances are bad. Sometimes they have to actually not have you in their life for them to realize what a gem you are, and they have to come back to them. They are willing to do whatever they can. Whereas some people, they just want to come and tap again and go back. Do you get? So it's important that as a woman and as a man, you guys are like, you're self-aware. You need to know where you are in your life as well. So if any ex is trying to come back for a second chance, you need to understand what that second chance is and who is benefiting from it.
Yeah.
Are you benefiting? Are we benefiting? There's so many different types of second chances.
And I think it hurts more when all the things you're complaining about for that person to do, you see them doing it with someone else.
Oh.
I think that's the killer. Because it's like, okay, so now you've heard. But
Oh, I see. When they correct those things.
yeah,
with
so all the
somebody
things
else,
that you were
yeah,
saying, okay, you need to be doing this, or you'll be the relationship will spark.
But he wouldn't try with
No,
you,
but
he'll go off
yeah,
somewhere else and
yeah.
That just means you weren't the right person for
That
them,
is
innit?
it.
That's true.
I mean, for me, I would never take an ex back. Like, that's just
Yeah,
how
I
I feel.
agree.
Yeah.
You can come back as like a side thing, like it's
No,
not
that's
what you
cut
need
you off
to do.
completely.
But no, sometimes
When we're
like,
seeing
there's
public, we
100%,
say hello.
Like, what kind of purpose is that? Like,
Like,
Citing purpose.
Like body counting, innit? Us guys also, we don't want to increase our body count, right?
I I had some other girl that, oh my god, this girl's so crazy. This girl was working in the prison, yeah, and for some reason she came to my house after she came to pick some letters, and I'm thinking, you only lived with me, you never lived in this house. Then when she picked the letters, I was like, oh, can I see the name so I can just know that it's your letter? I can just let you know.
Yeah.
2 more letters came, and I opened it up, and to some guy from the prison. Love letters saying I can't wait to come out. I'm going home. We're gonna have babies.
Was this your?
Yeah, my ex. Yeah. Oh my god, I don't want to mention.
And that is why he doesn't get
she work in the prison?
Yeah, Romans, yeah.
Jesus.
And I was thinking, like, is she trying to threaten me? Is she making me say, oh, there's someone in prison that wants her? Like, I'm gonna lose a good girl. No, it didn't really make sense. I was thinking, can a guy actually write this? Lots of letters. There were about 6 pages and everything. Roses. It was so funny. I posted it online.
They might be obsessed with her as well. Like, let me.
You know.
Yeah, but the fact
And
is,
it's not very
intentional.
busy inside.
Yeah, why is she giving in your address though?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And she actually put there was stamp on it. She could have even, and dropped it or
Probably
something
put
like
it
that.
Oh my god.
And then she came, so I thought maybe she just wanted me to be aware of the letter, when she came that night, like,
Right.
because I was in check because the name was Sasha Thompson. I don't know anyone called Sasha Thompson. You're Nigerian, so your name's not Sasha. I know your name, and it was really funny. I just posted my friends like, no, she was just trying to make her feel wanted or that I'm losing out. I don't know what I did.
But why
It
do
was
girls
crazy.
do that kind of
That
like
was really, really
crazy?
funny.
Please
one?
tell us, please. We want to know.
I don't understand. Why do girls do that?
Do what?
Like trying to make up this fabrication story about trying to make you feel like I'm this and that, like keep me or kind of thing. I don't understand why I've seen some girl who actually went out of her way, bought herself plane tickets, go on holiday just to prove that she's a girl that you want to keep. Why do girls do that? I don't understand.
But those relationships have been forced.
Yeah, it's for Instagram as well, anyway.
Anyway,
It's life on the
actually our
ground.
own. I can't.
But I think also sometimes when you go out there, sometimes you realise that there's people even worse off than your ex.
Yeah.
You think, oh yeah, the grass is greener. This is for both sides, like the man and woman outside. You go out there and then you think you just met up with a bigger cycle than the cycle you had. So
you go back to the.
But I say that though, but then at the same time, I feel like most of the time I feel like you shouldn't go back because a lot of the time, especially as women, we get in a vulnerable state after the breakup and we think, oh, like you get lonely and you think, oh, you have thoughts of going back. Like my situation, when I recently broke up with my boyfriend, I was seeing red flags, but it's funny because God was revealing the red flags after we broke up, and I said, God, why now? Like why wasn't it in the relationship? But I actually came out of the relationship. And then I realised, okay, for example, my friend caught him on POF and screenshotted it to me. That was after the breakup.
Wow.
I caught him walking with a girl coming out of Turtle Bay in Brixton. This was after the break. It was after the breakup. So it's like, but I was supposedly insecure and paranoid. Like, I was noticing things.
No, but wait, this is after the breakup, though.
But this is after the break. Could it be that he's just
Moved
passing
on.
time?
Yeah, guys need
No,
to
that's
break
too
up.
You're trying to say these girls or this girl was there before.
No. What I'm trying to say is, like, I had my little intuition in the relationship. There was no black and white evidence, basically. But I found when I came out of the relationship, everything was getting exposed to me. For example, the POF, the walking with the girl on a date. Do you know what I mean? All these things, and it wasn't long after. I'm talking about in a matter of weeks. I started seeing God just kept revealing things to me. So I was thinking this probably was going on during, but I maybe never noticed it, or it was hidden very well. And now God has just revealed everything. Maybe because I had that thought of maybe going back, God is saying no. You need to move forward. Do you know what I mean? You need to move forward because this is maybe what He's always been about, and you just maybe weren't aware, or things are just it's just funny. Things are just getting revealed after the breakup. And I thought, wow, why God, why now? Like, I thought it should have happened at the time, because I can't really say anything now. We're not together, but it's just how funny life works.
Well, obviously, because you're broken-hearted and stuff. Obviously, he's moved on. He's having the time of his life by the sound of things.
I don't feel like after relationships I get broken-hearted. I just like, oh, it's whatever and just move on. I don't feel any of, oh my God, it's gone.
No, I think it depends on the person. Actually, there's been times where I
don't know. Maybe it's a Gemini thing. I don't know. I literally after the breakup, and I'm like, okay, we're going separate ways. Cool, no
I
problem.
But
mean,
Lola, I
That's
think
it.
Lola,
But
I
you
would
know, but
say,
depends. Imagine if you've been with him for years or.
Yeah, even like that.
If you choose to
Even
walk out,
maybe
that's
like
it.
once in a while. Maybe like once in a while.
Guys,
I'll be like, oh.
I want to say, I think it depends on how you broke up, whether there was closure, and obviously the person.
My dear, if you don't get your closure that you want, give your own self the best
It's
closure
long.
of your
It's
life
long.
and move
It's
on.
not like that.
It's
It's holding
honestly-
your hand. Oh, you know, it's a shame that this can't work out.
Honestly,
You know,
I'm like,
I
it's
wish
not
the
a
best
shame.
for you. You know, you're still my sister. You can call. No,
Yeah.
bye.
Right, like that.
Or we can be friends. No, I'm not looking for friends.
What do you think? Sorry, we're thinking of that topic. What do you think of then? You meet a guy and he tells you that he's still friends with his exes. What do you
I
think
don't
about
like that. No.
Listen,
I can't say I'm friends, but if we see, I'll say hello to you.
be
and that's-
civil.
But not like
That is it.
we talk all the time. How you doing? How you know?
Nah, I think you can be friends with your ex. Yeah, I'm friends with a lot of my exes. Like,
And then can you
but
honestly say,
there's
hold on.
boundaries.
Can you honestly say with all those exes, you've never gone back to one of them while you've moved on to someone
Come on,
else?
there's so many girls in this world. Why would I go back? Come on, man. Why would I go back?
Why then, yeah?
We
There's
question it.
some certain exes that know your triggers, so that friendship.
Exactly.
You don't want that power. I just want to ask you, we've been talking about taking exes back. How many of our exes actually want to take us back? Let's end at that.
Thank you guys. Thank
all
you.
my exes will select you.
Thank you
Of
guys.
course they do in your dreams.
Guys, thank you guys for coming. It's been a pleasure discussing again. That was supposed to be more of a fun topic for you. I hope you found it entertaining. And as usual, I hope you learned something from it. And until next time, we'll see you soon. London Discourse.
Don't take him back.
Goodbye. London Discourse.
Take him back if it's.
Thank you.
If you got a schmang.
Hey!